What's up, guys? I'm Doc Holliday. I'm back. I'm excited for this video. This is going to be a fun one. If you love sports cards, you'll know why as soon as I tell you the topic, and I'm going to tell you it right now. This is going to be a
case hit ranking video. I'm going to hit you guys with my top 7.
And these are all case hits you can pull from retail. So there is going to be a couple honorable mentions. This is strictly my opinion. These are my favorite 7. I factored in different things, obviously. The designs of the cards, the look. I factored that in. That's probably the biggest thing I factored in with these cards. And then obviously value, my experience with the different case hits. If I pulled them, if I didn't. Sometimes when you pulled them already, you like them more. But case hits, you know, they kind of trigger different reactions out of different people. They can be like one and dones because you might hit the top tier, the best you can do in the product, and you say, you know what, I'm satisfied, I'm done. It could have the opposite effect, and you just can't get enough. You get that case hit, and you want more. So you keep coming back for more. You're hooked. Either way, we all love case hits, and every case hit is a story because you don't forget them. But not all case hits are created equal. I know that. You might hit somebody that never makes it, somebody that doesn't have a big name. You haven't even seen them play, and you pull them on a case hit. And it's not the same as if you hit that top tier guy. But when you pull one, you're beating the odds. So this is my opinion. This is my ranking of these 7. And if you agree with me or disagree after you see the video, let me know. You could even tell me your list. I enjoy hearing from you guys, especially when it comes to something like this. So first, honorable mentions. And these 2 would surely be at the very top of the list. The black Color Blast out of Obsidian. I have opened Obsidian once. I did well with it. I pulled a Trevor Lawrence RPA. But a black Color Blast. It's an awesome looking card. I would argue it looks even better than the Prism Color Blast because that black background just makes those chalky explosions behind the player, you know, that much more vibrant and stand out. I just think that the black Color Blast is one of the best looking case hits, and it would definitely be at the top of the list. They are valuable. Are they the most valuable case hit? No. But they're certainly up there. So one more honorable mention, and I'm almost certain it's hobby exclusive. I don't think you could pull these from any of the retail products. Anyways, out of the football, I'm talking about the football right now. The Prism Color Blast. It's pretty much the same design as the black Color Blast. It's a vibrant, chalky, colorful explosion of almost neon colors, just popping colors over a white background. That's a really cool case hit and one of the best looking ones. It would, again, top of the list if it was in retail, but this is a retail list. That's why those are honorable mentions and they're not on the list. Number 7, I'm going to hit you guys with the Kaleidoscope. And the crazy thing is I'm not 100% certain on this thing if it's called Kaleidoscope or Kaleidoscopic. It says Kaleidoscopic on the card, but I really enjoy the design of the card. I like the vibrant color. The card just pops. It shines. You know what? And I've been calling it Kaleidoscope. So even if it is kaleidoscopic, I'm going to go with Kaleidoscope right now, even though that's most likely wrong. Mosaic Football dropped the busted case hit insert. And that was just like it looked like a sculpted statue of a player's head. And it was like a die cut. That wasn't in 2023. And they also dropped Storm Chasers out of 2023. I was never a big fan of that design. And I thought the Kaleidoscope was just an awesome addition to the product. At number 6, I have the Micro Mosaic. It's just a really cool card. Check it out. They're very valuable. I would say they're on par, but probably a little bit more valuable than the Genesis are. The design is really cool. The card looks good. Obviously, these are chrome cards. It's just a really nice addition to the product. And again, it's definitely a notch. Well, I would say many notches above the busted inserts that used to be in there in the Storm Chasers. It's certainly much better than those, and that's why it's number 6 on my list. Some of you guys might disagree with this next one, but for me, the Razzle Dazzle makes number 5 on my list. I'm not talking about the 2022 Razzle Dazzle. I didn't care for that insert. That insert wouldn't have made the list. I'm specifically talking about the newly designed, and I would say much improved, Razzle Dazzle out of 2023 Mosaic.
It's almost a stained glass type of look.
A big improvement from the year before. Next on the list is a special one for me, and that's Genesis. I know, guys, there's a lot of Mosaic on this list right now, but Genesis have a special place in my heart. I've pulled a lot of Genesis. The only thing I probably pulled more was Honeycomb as far as case hits are concerned. And no, the Honeycomb, that didn't quite make the list. It was almost on there. But the Genesis, to me, it is Mosaic. It defines Mosaic football. It defines Mosaic. It's the case hit from the product. For a lot of people, it gets you excited. It gets you talking. And, I mean, I remember one that I pulled that I was really excited about. And I'm not even a Mahomes guy, but I remember I pulled a Mahomes Genesis. And it was pretty exciting. And I pulled multiple other Genesis, a whole bunch of them, over the last 4 years that I've been opening cards. I can't even remember every single one I pulled. Mosaic again. And no, Mosaic is not in the top 2 spots, but it made number 3. It made all the bottom of the list. And remember, these are my top inserts that I like the most from retail. Stained glass Mosaic. I mean, what more can I say? It's got that stained glass, very colorful, vibrant background. When it comes to value, they're valuable. I would say Genesis and stained glass are the more valuable and more sought after case hits for Mosaic football, at least in previous years. With this last year, Micro Mosaic, I would throw that in there as well. But, you know, visually, just as far as like the design of the cards, how they look, each year, I like them each year. But 2022 to 2023, again, another improvement, and they look so good. I would say out of Mosaic football, they're the best looking card. That's the last card when it comes to Mosaic football on my list. Now on to the top 2. And number 2, I've never pulled it.
Kaboom.
For a lot of people, this would be number 1 on the list. For me, it's number 2. I've never pulled one. I'm calling them case hits. Other people call them case hits, but I just think they might even be more rare than a case hit, because now with the addition of explosives and absolute football, I think some of those cases you might just be pulling an explosive or a kaboom. So I'm almost thinking it's like every other case, 1 in every 2 cases. So the kaboom is extremely hard to hit, but again, it's the most valuable. I would say it's probably the most valuable insert in retail sports cards. The sky's the limit on those things. They're just insanely valuable, especially when they're first coming out. If you're getting the guy, like when Stroud first came out, these things, I'm pretty sure they were upwards of 10 grand right away, just right out the gates. There might have been even some more. If I'm remembering correctly, there might have been some that was 15 grand or something like that when they first started selling. So they're insanely sought after, insanely valuable. I love the look. They look cool. Even the Kaboom text, it's like comic-y. It's like comic book text. They're nice looking cards, but just an awesome insert. I don't chase it just because it's so hard to get, and I don't have the money to drop on the product, because as far as absolute football is concerned, if you don't hit an explosive or a kaboom, I think that product is terrible. It's not for me. And in the number 1 spot, I have 2 variations of the same insert, basically from 2 different sets.
And it's the downtown.
You can pull it from Optic, and it has that laser background on a chrome card, which is more valuable, slightly more valuable than if you pull it from the paper, just the regular Donruss set. But if you guys know, last year, December to end of the year, I made the second biggest retail pull on all of YouTube. I made the list for If Sports Cards because I hit CJ Stroud on a downtown, just from the regular Donruss, and I was one of the first guys to do it in a personal opening. There was a couple other guys on the internet that had done it in big breaks. Those downtowns have a special place in my heart. It's my favorite insert. I love the artwork. It's not for everybody, but a lot of people really enjoy that artwork on those cards. And usually it pops. It pops off the card. They're just great cards. I think they're just unique and they're designed very well. So, and they're one of the most valuable. I won't say they're more valuable than the Kabooms, but they're up there. They're one of the most valuable case hits that you can pull from retail. And for a lot of people, it is the downtown. That's the reason they do it. That's the big chase. Optic, I pulled a Joe Namath, and I didn't open a lot of the product either, but I pulled Joe Namath downtown. And just like Kabooms, there's variations on downtowns as well. Take your pick. What's your poison? Do you like the Optic downtown better? Just the regular Donruss paper downtown. I like them both, so they're both number 1 on the list. For me, that is something I chase. It's the biggest chase. You know, you can't do much better than a case hit. So that's why I enjoy making this video. That's my list. I hope it wasn't too boring. I hope I stayed on track, on topic. But I will say one other thing about case hits. Sometimes one year they don't look so great, and the next year they might improve upon the design. One example of that I would say is from Illusions Football, and that's the Holo Heroes. I thought 2023 design looked pretty cool. I liked it. But it didn't quite make the list. There's new additions to Optic Football. There's new additions to other sets each year. I mean, there's a Prestige, there's the Drip. There's a lot of different ones, but those didn't make the list. Those Rookie Kings from the new insert out of Optic. There's a lot of other ones to mention, but they just don't make the list. This was my top 7, and this is a big part of this hobby, chasing these cards. I mean, unless you get a top guy's autograph, these are the cream of the crop. I guess I said everything that needs to be said. I had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Till the next time, Doc Holiday.
Just like a dream, you are what you see.